8:08 p.m. Eastern Time. Well, there, welcome to Phil's newest vlog. We'll be doing another one. It's not a political video. It's a video seeing the very extent of the type of disparity that we can go down below in the abyss here over in a bit, because there's like a lot of different corners that I really want to show. Because before I go away June 14 for a long time from like gaming content of sorts, like I'm gonna have to pivot into music because I think music is getting me further, right? Music and doing stuff for ChatGPT is getting me further. Okay, I'm gonna talk about that all day, any other time. 7/23/2026 is July 23, 2026. It's a date, and I guess this is like a horror game, one of those experimental ones that are just like art projects people make in their own free time. Well, we'll be playing it now. Now, me making a gaming video? What? A gaming video? I know. Alright, well, the audio's playing. It's extremely loud. Alright. We have a lot of quotes. And by the way, for those who are epileptic or have issues with epilepsy and flashing images, don't watch this video. I'm gonna tell it to you while it's blurring your face down or hurting you or whatever. Don't. No, generally, click off this video if you do have those issues. No, seriously, I'm not gonna be at fault for you going in the hospital. There's a lot of random polygons, a noob at the bottom of the screen, a lot of pixels in, I guess some of it's AI generated. Okay, so I randomly disappear. Everything's slower. It's a lot of random noobs. Okay, they're stretching. They're on crosses, like they're puppets. A scary monster at the top of the screen, probably at the top of the roof. These are very cybernetic patterns. This right here looks like that from the 90s. And that's the 90s, 2000 games used to have patterns like these on the floors. It's very, very, very common cheddar. And then we have these little circus lights. They go right there radially outward from the top dome of the building here. And it's just a bunch of hanging creatures. Now, I will say I'm going to explore the map more than that. I think there's like a shift key. Yeah, there's a shift key. So that's the seat. I guess you can sit there. And if I touch one of them, does something bad happen to me? No. Okay, nothing bad happens to me. What about this green guy? I like green. What about light green? Okay, I can move him around. What about this guy? This guy with wearing the black clothing? Nope. Maybe the red guy. Wait, actually, I think I ran into this red guy earlier. Maybe there's a doorway. I think there's a doorway. There's this white shirt. I don't know if that's a tunnel. That doesn't look like a tunnel. It just looks like something in the back. There's something far out blue over here. And if I stare at the face, do I teleport? Is this one of those like games where you have to solve a puzzle or something? It's like very rare times where I genuinely am curious about what's generally happening. I definitely would play this game probably within 2 years from now, just for the hype. And I guess that's the next thing that you need to look at. I think I probably missed that the entire way. You know what? Let's make this video not so cutted. Let's make it one take. Hopefully nothing bad's happening. Let's touch this thing. It teleports me. Creepy face. Alright. It's playing audio in reverse. That's all black and white. Alright. It's getting spooky. Is there another thing? Okay, it spawned me somewhere else. We're now in a grassy area. There's sand, a log with a tail, and a stump with arms sticking out. This looks like something out of like what? A creepypasta horror game, RNG, something thingy that they would make back in the day. Very realistic. Okay. So now it's trees, grass, and a scary noise. Okay, now it's black, orange. Very immersive audio experience. And if I get closer, I'm assuming I'll get jump scared. Something will stop me before I touch it. Okay, I touched it. I'm on the next map probably soon. Okay, I got jump scared. I was jump scared. These are random guys at a table. They're serving each other tea. There's a dictatorial reference. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. There's a shaking character that's losing it from the Z axis. They're just ragdolling all over the place. We have shaped buildings with very flat surface illusions that are outward, affecting my eyesight. There's a lot of loose illusory imagery that conflicts with my vision, and there's a visual limitation. Can you remember how long have you been here? No, I don't exactly. Okay, so this guy follows me, I'm assuming. This was made for you after all. Okay. So this tree is speaking, and this guy is saying, can you feel it? Can you feel it? It's all around you. Yes, I do. I happen to notice everything here. There's a stairway. I think the stairway has something to do with it. I don't know if I get spooked or hunted down in this game. But I do know there's a stairway here. Okay, I can't see anymore. Okay. There's a glowing RGB color totem in the middle of the map. I touch it, I probably teleport. Flash imagery. We're in the next map. Alright, so this is the next map. We're in bar. Very loud audio. I made sure this is at 1 volume. Testing the play. Okay, so I get a message whenever I go into the menu. So we're gonna go here. It's an island. I'm assuming this is all glitchy water. It looks like a bit right. Very moldy. There's stepping stones. I think I'm supposed to go up these stepping stones. I don't even know if I can. Okay. They're not exactly stepping stones. They're like trees with layers that can somehow go on top of them. Okay, there's a creepy creature right over there in the distance. Okay, now I know that it exists. If I touch it, I probably die. So essentially, I need to find these triangular prism looking thingies with like 2 layers. And these monsters usually go around lurking across the map in ways that I can't understand or why they are placed there or such. There's a strange circular spherical object over here in the distance. And I don't know if these monsters move, but I do know that they stare. Which I think is part of the making like the scary aesthetic of these types of games. I'm gonna climb onto this ledge and we're gonna go forward and see if any totem remains in that place. I haven't found one in the bushes. All these colors definitely play with my eyes. Again, if you're epileptic, why are you watching this? This is really bad idea. Really bad idea. The trees are probably the most poly looking things in this map in general too. So there's that. Okay. So there's no random triangular prism here. It's somewhere else. It's not behind this huge ledge over here. It's not watching anywhere. It's not behind this wall over here. And all these, just so you know, if any of you have trypophobia, I'm gonna give you something trypophobia to look at. Here you go. This is something that looks very trypophobic or whatever. I don't know how you say it. Trypophobia, people. Very fascinating creatures. I'm gonna go up here. There's a bush right there. There's the creepy creature looking monster. I don't know if I'm supposed to touch that. But I feel like if I touch it, I die. And every time I go into a tree, I can't see. There's the monster. Am I supposed to touch this monster? That's my curiosity here. Do I touch the monster? Do I die if I touch the monster? Am I supposed to touch it? I do know that the creature carries a face. It is very creepy and very very disturbing, terrifying almost. I can look at it straightly because I simply know that I can do so. And I'm not dying from it because he would have killed me by now if it chased me. There's no timer at the bottom, left, right, and top, and bottom, left, right, top, right, left of my screen or in the middle. I do know there's a palm tree here. And this palm tree has this creature that's very, what do you call it? It can glow. A biological glow to it. Based on how the game is put together, glows very well. So we're gonna do something. I'm probably gonna die if I do it, but you know what? Might as well test it out. Let's test out the theory. Am I supposed to touch the monster and I'm just being a dumbass and I can't find it here? Or it's found it here and I simply missed? Alright, we're gonna do that right now. I must borrow your hands. Bring me the fruit. The seed is what I'm after. Don't let it take what is yours. It needs to reach me intact. Alright. Very concise wording. Intelligent. So, what I saw earlier from looking around this map was something that looked very odd to me when I looked at it a certain way. It's a random ass glowing lake here. So right when I talked with this guy, this started glowing. I don't know if that's something to do with how the light refraction is, or is the the graphic thing. But it certainly is doing its thing. Okay. Here's my hunch. Earlier, I saw a bush where there were like very trypophobia, not friendly looking things on it, little details. There's a spherical object. I saw it earlier long before. And I don't know if those monsters are like the ones that give you the missions here. Rhetorically, that is poetic, right? So I'm gonna assume it's in a bush somewhere. People are gonna go, it's right there! Yes, I know. So if I'm right, I thought I saw something weird over here. Yeah, this thing. This weird looking spherical object thingy that I don't recognize. I don't know how to gather it. I just press all my keys. I don't know what it is. I'm going to the bush. Is there anything? Okay. There's the fruit looking thingy. I know it's right here. I think. It's very dark. I can't tell which track this is. Okay, whenever I fall, I literally can't see. Okay. We're going back up again. I'm gonna pivot over to the left. Okay. So forward front. Forward front cadet, I tell you. I know it's right there. It needs to see it, but I don't know if it triggers. Because I did see it here. And if it's not that, is it this weird twirly thing? And I'm just confusing it as something else. Okay. So it needs. So whenever I eat it, I start to see things. Alright, great. That's what that weird looking thingy does. So these are all blocks. And I feel like these have a timer. Because there's a limited amount of squid. Looking tentacle-ish creatures that I don't know what species is. Okay. You don't have a choice. Sight isn't wrong. You're part of it. And now it knows your name. Alright? Better than nothing. Obey. Oh, you're trying to hypnotize me. Illuminati. Absolute peak reference. I'm assuming that's the mother character. It's a baby. Somebody who looks like they're playing toys. That's probably the kid. Very classic 90s, you know, stereotypical 80s, 90s kids. Very stereotypical. Reference of war. Then we have old Roblox. We have a gaming controller. The kid's faceless. So far the kid continues to be faceless. Desk is orange. He's laying on it. Trying to sleep. He's an adult. And he has puppet strings. He has 13. Then there's computer. He's clicking on it and observing it. Doesn't understand what's going on, but he seems to have a very vague idea. Now he's older, or I don't know, he's sick. Maybe he's sick or older. He's passing out. That's the deathbed. That's death. That's a gravestone. There's the very Christian symbol. Most times it could be Christian. It could also not be. But there's a lot of Christians on this planet. And the colors keep strobing. If you're somebody who is epileptic, please leave this video. By the way, subscribe to your channel. Subscribe. You should. No, seriously. Because if you leave a like on this video, it'll get this video anywhere else. Seriously. Alright. And we've achieved this. Okay. These are all his stages right here. All of his stages right here. You can't touch him. Oh. Do you think you're any different? No. I don't believe so. No. Good question. That was a good question. The NPC asked a real good question. Alright. What else? By the way, very good illusory game. Lots of deception, lots of hard to see things, very colorful, very dark and grim, it misleads me many times, and there's this misdirection here. The directions aren't exactly as obvious, but maybe it's because I haven't paid attention, and I apologize for not paying attention enough. I also probably think I need to move my character screen. This is the next pyramid. This is a pyramid thing. This is an airplane. The clocks are moving very quickly through time and are lapsing. My visuals are getting very disoriented and tilted. Probably hit some Dutch angles throughout this. There's a hallway and a clock at the end of this hallway and this doorway here. And there's nothing. Their visuals, the visuals now went from a harsher red to more clear black colored outline technique. There's a blue glowing character here. Looks like they're very deformed. Very representative of this main imagery here. They're carrying what it seems to be our Samsung phones. And then there's also the changing color grids. It looks like something to do with, like, what is it called again? 2148? I don't know if it's that. Yeah, I think it's 2148. I think it's that. I think I heard about that one number thing as a reference. And we have... It's like pitch black out there. I guess I sit somewhere or whatever. Something triggers. Okay, let me enter through this doorway. And now this doorway is a bunch of chairs. We are now getting into the level of surrealism, where now things don't make any sense. And there's this wandering spirit. The color I cannot see or fathom without more light to be gathered of. We are now seeing another repetition of the very second map that we've seen. A colorful disco ball with, you could say, very analogous colors. And if it's not analogous colors, they're very cool, very bright, and very luminant colors. Very referencing of things from the past. And I guess this is another one of those puppet scenarios with the floating globe and another smaller Newman. We will go through this cave. Very rocky. More randomness. And now we see that the train closed on us. Okay, now I can't see for Shrill. Okay. I can't see a thing. The train closed. I'm assuming I'm supposed to walk towards it and try to go back in and realize what I did. Or do I keep walking forward? Alright, let's keep walking forward. I think that's what we have to do. By the way, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna walk forward. Okay. We see a red noob. There are trees. These are evergreen trees. They look to be evergreens. Alright, the ground is very dark. Do I follow? Okay, so it seems I might have to follow the guy? Very trippy. I love trippy. I died. I died. Okay. I collapsed. I collapsed. Alright. My controls are in reverse. Now they're not. Alright. I hear scary creature noises. There are flowers and there's the noob again. He's trying to enter this place. He can't enter. Oh, and I'm assuming that's the one creature we have to get through. We'll have to unlock something. By the way, beautiful flowers. Run into this. Alright, we're now in a silent chamber. It's completely blank white over here. The imagery now has went into some pang green filter. We're seeing dialogue. I'm missing dialogue. So whenever I step out, what are you listening to? Nothing cool update. She baby take a break. Sad crying emoji. Text emoji I meant. Something is behind there. I changed my shirt for pawning. The internet went off. XD. These are guys from the 2010s. Definitely 2010s, people. So, your back food, how the heck do you do the event? We do have that going on too as well. Guess. Okay, so then assuming this is scene us playing out before tragedy occurs. Now it's getting way more abstract. Okay, now this door is looking much more appetizing to me now. What happens when you step in? Once again. Just gonna look. Nope, nothing's happening. But the little ragdolling looking creatures, yeah, they're still around. And this very quick moving ball spherical creature that I don't understand is still there. I noticed that there's another thing over in the distance. So when I get closer, it makes a little buzz noise. I had to test that out real quick. And it gets big. So if I step into this, I'm assuming it triggers. Where do I head for first? They said to look behind something. And look over at this angle. There's nothing in the back. I can see only a wall. Okay, let's go here. Let's just stand here. I don't know if it does some shred. This is a good cinematic photo taking thing here. Alright. Screenshot. That's really huge. It's just singing. It's a singing sphere. Some singing sphere. Might be hope, despair. Maybe a form of nihilism. I don't know. Most people when they create games like these, it's just like you have to assume what the hell they're trying to tell you about. And that seems to look like an exit looking area. Okay, I went through. I passed through that ball. I had to memorize the layout first. This one has a layout as well. Okay. So it goes over back. It started from the middle, came from the right, the left, so it went from the left to the right. Then it wraps around the tree. This one I know at some point will go back here and recoil. So it goes around that tree for a bit more. Then it goes back up there. It hovers. Then it goes to the right, shrinks. And then it goes back in this curl. Sings. Gets large. Okay. Then it shrinks again and goes back to the left. Then it will come from the left to the right. Right, left to the right. Yeah, that's where it repeats, I think. I don't know if I died by that. Yeah, it goes to there. Then it goes from the left to the right. It zooms past. Then it goes like that. It will do that. Okay, memorized it. By the way, for those who don't know, I have memory power. I have this weird thing in my body where whenever I look at something, I can photo memory it, sort of, and then just copy these rhythms. Are these my friends? Oh shoot, they're all my friends. Oh, that guy's OG. OG. That's the... These are people I used to know. Whoever thought that I'd see them be put in a creepypasta game like this. Look at this. We also have an account deleted person over here. I'm also noticing that my character slowly gets harder to walk. Starts to struggle. Okay. It's getting slower. Noticing desks very medieval. Yeah, these are all old people who I used to know. Slimy creature, sudden noises. Sounds like suffocating. Somebody gagging. Probably being picked up by something. I don't know what's happening to my body. Can't tell what's happening to my body. But now I'm definitely suffering. Okay, this game switched me around. There's a weirdly out of... Okay, that face doesn't do a thing. I'm probably being eaten alive. Yeah, I think this is mental deterioration. Yeah, whenever I do this, suddenly my map switches. When I walk forward. Okay. So whenever this does happen to me, I do have to walk forward and my map kind of changes in, yeah, changes in this direction. Okay. Going forward. Okay. Don't go that direction. So I go forward, then I continue to walk. So wherever it leads me to, I should continue walking forward. And okay, it is something on purpose. Okay, so whenever I do this, I can finally start walking. Where do I specifically go? Walk towards the weird, slimy, monstrous noises? It is choking. No, it sounds like drowning. Wait. The ratio's snapping out of it. So whenever I do a forward, I'm close to like losing the angular. Okay, so it's for a period of time. So we can go on the front like this. I can't tell. Very illusory. Walk forward. Lot of dying people sounds. That's the monster itself. Took me somewhere. That's the creepy looking monster. I'm gonna look at it directly. Alright, what a beautiful creature. Alright. So it's above me. I think this is a cutscene. Alright, we're getting AI imagery. I believe this might be AI imagery. Alright. That's probably a sense of despair. Like you can't leave, or you're isolated, you're stuck. It's very, very, very good portrayal of it. And there's just now crawling creatures on the roof. Right, we have a man crawling, literally walking on my top. I bet he follows. I bet he follows. Okay. So now it's just even more stranger. We're now in this part. Some horror trail. This is the elevator. That was water. These look to be like metallic textures. Very iron, silver. This is computer, laboratory. This must be a map fully generated, so you all know. Strange coils. Those happen to be coils but extended, just a little extra. There's a girl in the distance on chairs and monitors. These are old-fashioned space computers. July 23, 2026. These appear to be my friends. Here we are. Now we're in this map. And this map is just creepy and dark. Right. Well, you read in the train part. Okay, so this is a map. Okay. So it's dark. I'm assuming somebody broke the game already. Everyone stopped thinking everyone was just letting the train decide what had to happen for. Okay, so somebody's just being randomly poetic and deep for no reason. I know every one of these little gaps in these maps. Okay. Can't speed, Mal. That's a creepy looking creature. Alright, we're gonna close this and run directly towards it. Nothing happened. Right, so that's safe. We don't have to worry about that thing randomly killing us. And I'm assuming it's forever night. So even if somebody tries, they can't. And they charge for speed coal on this map. So this must be the chill map. You can talk to passengers. They know that. This stuff's caring about. Okay, so this little Halu dude is completely out of. I think he's just role playing. Probably just role playing. And there's no way. And I felt this game was R6 because it doesn't look like those that would allow you to have R15 anyway. It was a very creepy pasta type of game, with like very artish. There's like the back old days, back in old days when people used to make these for fun. I guess I found one of them. Probably existed for quite a while before I discovered it, but here we are. We're playing it full out through. Now, if I can't finish in one recording, sorry. I don't know how the game fully goes. I believe this is the map. The map where everything kind of stops for a bit. You have like these little. Don't know if that's firefly. Results not guaranteed. Don't know what that is. There's a sun. It's a station. We have a train over here. You can climb on it. Wherever it senses you, like basically the little grids, like the collisions are very different here. And this says 7/23/2026, July 23, 2026. If you're in the UK or whatever, this might say 23/7/2026, but it's 7/23/2026 to me. That's all it is. I think that should be the end of it. If you enjoyed videos like these, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like on this video to get this video anywhere else. And as always, stay safe out there, make it iconic. I think that should be it. There's no clear steps or anything. That's all I have to say. Seriously, I think that's some of the more interesting games I've played in a bit. I will say. I actually really like that experience. I would play it again if it stayed up. And if Roblox wasn't dead in like 2027, we don't know. Roblox literally shoots itself every time. Literally. Almost every day. At this point, so we don't know if Roblox will stay up. If it is still around, it might be the game I play. But if it is constantly leaning into abandoning whatever made it, like destroying this, if it destroyed this and tried to apply AI everywhere someday, well, you know where I'd go. Goodbye, Roblox. Hello to another game. All I got to say.